Praise to you, Lord, King of eternal glory. Praise to you, Lord, King of eternal glory. No one lives on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God. Praise to you, Lord, King of eternal glory. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus went about in Galilee. He did not wish to go about in Judea, because the Jewish leaders were looking for an opportunity to kill him. Now the Jewish festival of booths was near, but after his brothers had gone to the festival, then he also went, not publicly, but as it were in secret. Now some of the people of Jerusalem were saying, "Is not this the man whom the authorities are trying to kill? And here he is speaking openly, but they say nothing to him. Can it be that the authorities really know that this is the Messiah? Yet we know where this man is from. But when the Messiah comes, no one will know where he is from." Then Jesus cried out as he was teaching in the temple, "You know me, and you know where I am from. I have not come on my own, but the one who sent me is true, and you do not know him. I know him because I am from him, and he sent me." Then they tried to arrest Jesus, but no one laid hands on him because his hour had not yet come. The Gospel of the Lord. Today, Jesus is attending this yearly festival of booths, also known as the Festival of Tabernacles. It's one of three major feast days or times, if you want, in the Jewish calendar, where the people of God were expected to make the trek up to Jerusalem for these festivities. And I think it's important to know what the Festival of Booths means in order to understand this gospel and the words that Jesus is saying today. So what this Festival of Booths represents, booth, also tabernacle, is reminiscent of the time when the people of Israel were in the desert. They were wandering the desert for 40 years. They were living in tents. And tent and tabernacle are synonymous in the Old Testament. So it's a time when they were living in the wilderness. They were living in tents, and somebody else lived in a tent along with them, and that was God. That was the Lord. He dwelt among them in what we call the tent of meeting in the book of Exodus and in the book of Numbers and the book of Leviticus. So God was with them. And that's a prefigurement of what Jesus would do, is that he would become one of us by his incarnation at Christmas. He would become man. He would live among us. He lives currently with us in the tabernacle right here that we call in our churches the tabernacle. And so this is all a beautiful way of explaining this very short verse or saying that I heard once. Often we think of the fact of finding God as man's quest for God. We're the ones trying to find God. We're the ones trying to go up the mountain. Where is he? He's hidden type thing. But in reality, what these scriptures tell us is not man's quest for God, but God's quest for man.